A few months ago, I made $96,924 in 7 days from launching one product. And in this video, I'm gonna break down the biggest lessons I learned. What worked, what didn't, and what I wish I would have done differently. That way, you can take these lessons and apply them to your next launch or promotion to see even better results. Keep watching. Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex, and in this video, I'm going to share some of the biggest lessons I learned from my live Posse I challenge that launched in the fall of last year. After all was said and done, we ended up bringing in a little under 6 figures in revenue, which is pretty good, but it was a bit lower than we expected compared with our previous launches, which means this launch taught us more than any of our other previous launches have. And that is exactly what we're going to talk about today. But first, if you love this type of video and want to hear me share more behind the scenes content like this, then make sure to comment below this video and let me know that you want more. And of course, make sure you're subscribed to my channel and hit that bell to be notified so that you won't miss out on any future business, marketing, or copywriting videos from me. All right, now let's dive in to lesson number 1, prime your audience. Yes, priming your audience is essential when you're launching something brand new or outside your typical offer suite. Never ever assume that your audience knows the benefits of what you're selling. Just because you know them doesn't mean they do, right? So usually for every single promotion and launch that we do here at the Copy Posse, we run a subtle priming campaign to start seeding the new product and its benefits about 1 to 3 months before a launch. So in this case, we sent out some emails in that priming window and started posting about the power and importance of branding on our social media. And we did this without any mention of an upcoming course or offer. The goal here was just to start educating our audience on the problem and solution, and of course add a lot of value. And we definitely didn't overdo it. We just sprinkled in some brand voice and branding content very naturally wherever it made sense. We did the exact same thing for our email marketing challenge in 2021 and for our sales page challenge in 2020. And this priming approach worked very, very well for those challenges. But with this challenge, the brand voice guide challenge, the lesson I learned is that we could have primed a little bit better with a bit more education prior to the launch. Of course, this is all just a guess. After all, marketing is just one big experiment at the end of the day. So I don't really know, but I have a guess. This launch was for a brand new product on a brand new topic that we have never taught on before. It was a branding course, and that falls outside of the norm of what we typically sell, which is copywriting courses. And our target market was actually a little bit different too. For the last couple of years, my audience has come to me for pretty much only one thing: copywriting tips, which is awesome. And all of my previous offers were very clearly for copywriters. With this launch though, instead of selling just to copywriters, we wanted to create an offer that business owners could benefit from too, which is why I really think that a longer priming campaign could have been beneficial. But at the end of the day, this launch was still a huge success because since offering this challenge, my audience has grown substantially, and now I have a great mix of both copywriters and business owners in the posse. Which one are you? Comment below and let me know. And this is awesome because it just paves the way for more products and launches to come to serve both audiences. But the biggest lesson I want you to take away from this is this: whenever you're launching something brand new that's outside of your typical sphere of content, take the time to really prime, educate, and engage your audience to build awareness and anticipation before your launch date. And most importantly, show them why they should care. Remember to always, always, always make it relevant to them, where they're at, and where they want to go. And that brings me to my next big lesson that I learned from this launch. Lesson number 2, don't be afraid to pivot. The Posse I Challenge is by far my favorite program that I've ever created. I truly believe that branding is at the core of all great marketing, and the brands who take the time to deeply understand who they are and what they stand for and really nail their brand voice will outlast the rest and get amazing results. And copywriters and marketers, having this information under your belt and being able to offer your clients this transformation is going to take your services to the next level and allow you to charge premium rates. Now, here's the thing. I knew all of that. Of course, I knew that from my decade-long experience being a freelance copywriter, but some of my audience were still unable to grasp the impact that this information could have on their businesses. So what did I do? I decided to pivot. Pivot! You knew I had to use that gif. I decided to change up the messaging in my emails that I was sending mid-launch. So most of the emails that I sent out in the first 3 days of the promotion and leading up to the promotion were focused on the benefits of the program, which is great, except I had a hunch that my audience didn't really feel like those benefits were relevant to them as copywriters. So on day 4, I switched it up and I sent out this email. Now, this email is talking directly to the copywriters on my list about how taking this program will help them better serve their clients and raise their rates as a result. And I actually even included a screenshot of an invoice that I sent for a brand voice guide that I did for a past client. And I made it even more relevant by ending the email by talking about a student I had who used the challenge as a way to find more clients. So this email was really communicating how relevant this challenge was to all of my audience, not just the business owners. And this email performed better than the previous emails. So you guess what I did? On the next day, I made the exact same changes. The next email, I told a true story about a copywriter friend of mine who started working with a brand that was struggling to maintain and engage its leads. After doing a bunch of digging into their brand resources, they discovered that the brand had no formalized brand voice, positioning, or messaging strategy. They were basically just replicating stuff they saw other people doing and hoping for the best, which, by the way, is a big, huge mistake and sadly pretty common. So this email was another example of how to understand these branding assets as a copywriter. And in the next email, I did the same thing by addressing the common question, can I charge for this as a freelance copywriter? So even though all of those emails were actually written weeks in advance, midway through the campaign, I decided to pivot and tweak the messaging slightly, and I'm really glad I did. And use that in your own launches. Don't be afraid to get real-time feedback and then make a change. And that leads me to lesson number 3, you can't prepare for everything. Sometimes, even with the best product and the perfectly executed launch, things will not go to plan. As they say, timing is everything, and this especially applies to launches. I was running this launch at the height of the AI hype. Literally, everyone was going off about ChatGPT. Like, that's all anyone was talking about. Now, here's the thing. AI has been a hot topic for years and years, and of course, anyone who has actually played around with AI and writes copy knows that it's simply a tool and does not replace the creativity, strategy, and empathy that copywriters bring to the table. But thanks to all the people looking to make a quick buck to sell their latest and greatest AI program and claiming that we were all doomed, understandably, people got a little scared, especially new copywriters who really hadn't got the chance to get started yet, and they were using it as a reason to hold them back. And while I did my best to combat these worries by posting on Instagram and emailing my list about my opinions on AI, and even interviewing the marketing director of Jasper.ai on YouTube about the future of AI and how it will definitely not replace copywriters, you heard it from him, folks, it wasn't enough to quiet the fear-mongering happening with every single scroll. And while I certainly don't know for sure, I suspect that the timing of my launch coinciding with this AI apocalypse could be part of the reason why my launch didn't perform as well as expected. But this is nothing new. Trends change, fads fade, and public perception can shift on a dime. Many businesses saw the exact same thing happen in 2020. We all remember what happened then, right? Some businesses flourished during the pandemic, while other businesses were really struggling to sell anything at all. And it literally had nothing to do about the business or the products. They were probably great businesses and great products. It was a reflection of the market. So the biggest lesson of all is to release expectations of perfection, because the truth is you cannot prepare for everything. Even if I could go back in time and redo this launch following these tips, there is still the chance that it wouldn't have performed as well as I thought it would. And that's because anything could happen, right? There could be a global pandemic, there could be a massive panic about AI takeover again. Ugh. There could be a social media blackout. Does anyone remember when that happened back in 2021? Literally Instagram and Facebook and WhatsApp and everything just went dark for an entire day. And this actually happened a couple of weeks before my email marketing challenge, which was actually a really good thing because it really showcased how easy it is to lose all communication with your audience if you aren't using email marketing. So what I'm getting at here is that sometimes it's more than just the marketing or the copy that's affecting a launch. And sometimes these things might increase your sales and other times they might hinder your sales. So yes, you want to plan, you want to prepare, you want to pivot if you have to, but know that you can't prepare for everything. And that is why I teach timeless marketing and business principles that will never go out of style, so that you can focus on building your business based on marketing truths, not just marketing trends, and truly stand the test of time, whatever else the world throws at you. All right, I hope you got some juicy nuggets from this video to help you through your next launch. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to comment below and let me know, and I will see you next week with a brand new video. Until then, I'm Alex. Ciao for now. All right, guys, if you enjoyed that video, make sure to check out the next one from me right here, and you can click right here to get a free gift. From launching my YouTube channel, to scaling my copywriting business, to creating multiple products and growing a 7-figure brand from scratch, these are the 7 biggest lessons I learned along the way.